Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Zomboid once again. So, in the last episode we finally made it to the gas station and that is where we're currently held up. We woke up at 2 in the morning so it's quite early. I forgot to install my car mods. Crap. Yeah, I should probably do that. Alright, so we are back again. I have installed some new mods. First of all, we have fuel side indicator, which basically everyone has because, I thought there was a live person there for a second. Because it just helps to know which side the fuel port is, because it does matter when you're actually trying to fuel up your car. I don't know why these guys are out front here. I don't know how they got over there. Just happen to wander, I guess. So yeah, that'll have a little arrow when we're in the car showing where to get, which side to try and park on. I don't know if different cars actually have different sides that they're actually supposed to fuel on, because I think that's usually relatively the same. Either way, we have to start reading this mechanics book. We actually also need to read this electricity book, which we started on, so let's try and finish that one. Okay, we're done with that. Then we need to finish that one, which is becoming 6 o'clock. So let's make good use of our time. First of all, I'm going to eat this freaking corn. I almost forgot about that. Get a drink, then we'll head out. So what we need is a gas can. We can fill a few different things with gas, but it's better just to have the gas can and just use it. We need to start gathering some tools, which are going to be necessary. So let's grab some of these that are just available here. There's some gas cans, awesome. And we have that book already. This place would have given us everything we needed to get started on frickin' doing the mechanic stuff. So that would have been awesome. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here because the power is still on and we're going to fuel up these gas cans. We're going to fill them all and we'll drop some of them over here. Because they do weigh 5 pounds per thing. So the next mod that we have is Vanilla Vehicles Animated, which was actually recommended by a viewer of one of the earlier episodes, and I told them that I would add it when the time came that we were going to start doing vehicle stuff. And so, you know, I did it. And for some reason it de-equips this freaking... Oh, we still don't even have enough room for the can. Seriously? So we should, I think, have enough to fit this can in there. There we go, but then we're full up. So then what we need to do is we need to read the book once we get home, and then we can once we get, I believe, 1 level in electricity and 2 in mechanics, we can start hot wiring cars. We also need to read some magazines which tell us about disassembling different grades of cars, because there are standard vehicles, which I believe are vehicles like most of the ones we see here, like that one. Then I believe that there... Oh my god, just pulled out my freaking cord because I don't have enough room and I'm getting caught in everything. Then I believe that there are sport vehicles, which that actually might be a sport vehicle because I remember it going pretty fast, which also explains why this one's exploded. And then there are industry grade ones, which are the vans and stuff, which is definitely what we want. So hopefully we found all those magazines. I don't know for sure. There's another group that spawned over there, which is really obnoxious. Did they see us? Oh, all of them did, yeah. Well, we might as well take care of all of them, honestly. So once we're done with this group of people, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave that gas can with the van down there that we marked in the last episode, because that's the vehicle that I plan on trying to get in general. Because it has, hopefully, a large trunk space. I should probably actually check that, because if the trunk is damaged, then it can severely reduce the amount of storage that the car is actually capable of having. Other things that are good are trucks, which there was one at the 124. Let's go. Okay. And see, normally we wouldn't have these kinds of doors, but now we do because of the Vanilla Vehicles Animated mod, which is also going to help because you can open the hoods, and that can help you figure out what you've already worked on and what you haven't, because there's a little bit of annoying stuff that you have to work around for grinding prevention that the developers implemented. Because they didn't want to make it too awful easy to grind the skill. There was a couple guys over there. Where are all these zombies coming from? I literally just went down the street. It's so annoying. That's why I don't know. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in this frickin' series, but it's getting really frickin' annoying having to deal with my constant zombification and having the dumb zombie spawning. At least that's, as far as I can tell, that's due to the zombie spawning. Are some of these guys skelifying yet? I keep talking about wanting to strip these zombies for their clothes so that we can get all of them. Oh boy, well that's gonna lure some zombies into a different place. We are highly exerted, but we're almost home, so let's just keep going for now. Let's talk about our next mod, which is Vanilla Vehicles Animated Standard Vehicles Upgrade Patch, which is an extension of the Animated Vehicles mod, which I believe should let you add kind of like Mad Max style armors and stuff to your vehicles. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. I've never messed with one of those mods before, honestly. That one's new, because it came from as a recommendation, like I said, surprisingly enough. Stuff ourselves while we have the chance. I forgot to leave the gas can by that van. I upgraded my sprinting while sprinting around my house. Okay, we don't need the tire pump for now, though it's useful to have for later. We will need a screwdriver, so let's just favorite that one. Even though I believe we also have a screwdriver in here. Actually, we don't, so yeah, we don't want to use that one as a weapon. We'll also favorite this wrench. Still have to build our front door, which I haven't had much danger, except for that one time. Holy shit! Okay. I should definitely do that sometime, but I'm just too freaking lazy to, and I'm worried about other things. Our guy's already getting drowsy. It's only 10 o'clock, my man. Come on. I let you sleep in and do whatever you want, and you're still treating me like this? This is some bull-ish. We've run out of room in our gun cabinet already, so yeah, that's mainly because we have 3 M14 rifles. I could probably get rid of some of them, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. We've run out of room in that. Okay, we need to... Do we have our scissors? I believe I have scissors in here, so we need to start ripping up these leather jackets so that we can make some room for actual for other components, because we've run out of room basically officially and different cabinets to put the stuff in. So now we freed up a bunch of space because this was full, and that has everything that it had in there and more now, so it's pretty good. Should probably do that while I'm busy here doing it, but we can take this time to read now that our guy is tired anyway. Okay, it's not even noon yet and our guy is officially tired. We can unfavorite the electricity book and we'll put it in the corner where I usually put it, because we only need the level 1 of electricity and mechanics, really. We can also do some cooking while we wait here, because we are running a little low on stuff in the fridge as well. Our fucking watermelon went stale. Guess let's slice that up and start eating that, which is really going to bring our guys' boredom up because of how much there is when it comes to that. It's really annoying that you have to slice up the freaking watermelon and then this happens. Should have done that a while ago, but can only keep up so much. I don't know what very high chance of becoming unhappy. Oh gee, do I look like I give a shit? He's been unhappy for like 2 weeks now, at the maximum level. Let's take out the cartons of eggs and unpack those. And then let's cook the stale stuff. So hopefully it might make it a little better, but I don't think so. I think you need some levels in cooking for that to actually work. Alright, let's slam all of this in there. I think you can just cook the eggs. I don't remember if there's any actual, any specialty things you need to do. I need to look up right now, can you get sick in Zomboid from eating stale food? I didn't spell eating right. Eating stale food would not directly cause sickness, leading to a I fucking know that, you idiot. Stale isn't poisonous, it will just give you depression. But you can also cook the foods into different things, apparently, which will help. But, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Cooked the eggs already, and that leveled us up, actually. So let's take this stuff out, actually. I put this all on the floor. Why would you do that, you son of a gun? Because I made a mistake. It's my fault, but whatever. This bologna doesn't even need to be cooked, so we'll eat that. Our heart over here on the side is freaking out, but I'm not fully for sure why. We'll also open this sack of taters so that we can just eat them. We usually put the sacks over here. And we didn't get any reading done yet. And we also now have level 4 cooking, so this cookbook is now useless. You can also pick up carpentry level 1, which I guess maybe we already put over there. Okay, cooking level 1 is useless because we're way past that now. And so now we need cooking volume 3 for getting to use at some point, but I don't think we're going to be able to read that while trying to get everything done, unless we really make some serious quick progress on mechanics here. So first of all, let's rest. Get the health back up, because it's still freaking me out. Favorite that book, read this one, hopefully to its completion, but I don't think so. We don't really have enough time before we should logically go to bed. Okay, it's bedtime. Let's take these pills, but technically it shouldn't wear off until halfway through the next day, which is, I don't know if it's bad to take them before you're supposed to, before they wear off. But as far as I can tell, the medication guide didn't say anything about it. We also didn't get the pain still, which is weird. Because that one, it says that it definitely should. I don't know if I have a setting turned on or something that made it so that I'm kind of cheating. I really hope not. I mean, I've had side effects from the may cause ones, but the ones that say they will cause it aren't working for some reason. They're not causing the side effects. So I don't know what to tell you about that. Maybe it's because my guy has the strength and fitness skills that it's like oh no. Well, the power's officially out, which means that we have to get to crunching down on that fucking ice cream and generally our food in general. But the ice cream especially. It'll also help us with our depression a little bit here, even though there's only so much you can do about that. But it's also got a huge amount of calories. So hopefully we can bulk up here. Yeah, we're down to 78, but we're on the upside of eating. What the fuck just happened? Because basically we're gonna fucking do some hibernation tactics where we're just gonna try and just absolutely carbo load on some calories here. Especially that this is gonna melt probably quick. I mean, it'll be melted, but it should still be good for a little bit, even after it's melted. Alright, we finished the book there. Let's keep reading. We already read mechanics, right? Yeah. So we're just gonna keep going through this process of eating and reading. And each thing of ice cream has 1,600 and some calories in it. So we are eating like 12,000 calories here throughout this day. It's already almost nighttime, but yeah, we're pigging out while this food is still good. And we're gonna try and just, gain some fat for the winter or something like that. Our health is very slowly dropping. The milk is still fresh, but we're too full to eat because our guy is getting really thirsty, so I need to drink some of this milk while we have the chance. The potatoes usually stay good for a little while. I think the eggs actually surprisingly do as well, but I might be wrong about that. They were staying fresh for a really long time when I left them in the carton a while ago, but I don't know, it was weird. The meat is basically all just gonna go bad and be dangerous, so we're just gonna try and not worry about it too awful much. These eggs are probably gonna be a little bit obnoxious to eat because I think they're relatively small, yeah. So we gotta eat a bunch of them to get full. Only three whole eggs. It's raining, it's also getting to be very much nighttime, but we're trying, our guy is gonna be, our schedule is gonna be a little messed up here, but it's for a good cause of absolutely decimating our food supply because of, oh my god, and I can't see shit now because of the darkness. So yeah, this guy's been pigging out for, it's not gonna be 24 hours yet, but it's been at least 12, I'm pretty sure. I could not freaking imagine. And even though our guy is gonna get tired, it's not gonna make too much of a difference. He can't pass out. Wait, oh, the temperature is dropping enough where the fridge is getting cold again. So actually we can take a nap here, but it's probably, I don't know, it's a little late, so I did not think about that. Health is dropping, so we need to make sure we take our pills again. It appears that if you take your pills too soon, they do not stack. Well, obviously they don't stack, but they don't even reset the timer either, by the looks of it. That might be part of our problem. Let's try and take one of these now. Did not cause the pain, thank God, but it did stave off the zombification properly. But yeah, I believe the potatoes are one of the hardiest things, though those potatoes were sitting out of refrigeration for a decent while because they were in the sack, which means that they were sitting in the warehouse just in a sack, unrefrigerated for a little while. Should probably also eat this mayonnaise while we have the chance. That's 3,000 calories per thing. So that's going to be 9,000 calories right there. The milk has already gone stale, which makes sense because milk is a fickle thing as it is, even when you're just, you know, dealing with it normally with refrigeration and such, in real life at least. And it's storming out, so this came at actually a really good time where we don't have to go outside and sit out in the absolute drenching rain. Although we are about to finish the cooking book, so that's So that was a gunshot to our left, which means that could lure some zombies from in town over to our house, possibly into the house, but we're gonna hope not. And the zombies are already getting confused by the rain because the rain is, you know, it's really loud noise all around them, so they don't know what the hell is happening. Okay, so there's 2 books read, and one of them is a really long one too. Eat this egg that we have in our inventory. Okay, so what's next? I think that probably we should do tailoring so that we can start ripping up clothes and stuff and really gaining experience from it. And some people may be asking, why don't you read like the next level of electrical or mechanics or something like that to, like, you know, bulk up on the knowledge? Well, it doesn't work like that. You have to get the levels before reading the book, unfortunately. That's just how it works, because your guy, if you try and read it too early before having the levels, then he's like, I literally don't understand what the hell is happening right now. And you can't comprehend it, and you just waste your time. It's really annoying doing this, because I turn around just in case that there is a zombie walking in here. So then I gotta turn back around to try and to go and search the thing and eat the food, and then I turn back around again to make sure I'm not getting snuck up on. But yeah, it's just a slow and annoying process to do this, but it's necessary if you want to actually make use of the stuff. Now, since we took such a late bedtime, our guy's not even tired, especially he's also not even working himself, he's just reading and eating. Personally, actually, I would take that as work, because if you're eating this much, I would probably be exhausted, and I'd probably rather go to bed than eat more at this point. Holy crap. He's eaten like so many eggs over the course of over this day. His protein should be off the charts at this point, though, so at least there's that. But you can also have too much protein, because apparently there is a system in here where if you work out when you're at the optimal point of protein, you will get better workout results. But if you are under-proteined or if you're over-proteined, then both of them are bad. So I feel like we definitely are over-proteined since we've eaten so much shit in general, but also just so many eggs. There's a mod that I do have that I have not installed on this file that gives you a Moodle that allows you to track your protein for that sort of stuff, but I felt like it was sort of cheating, so I didn't bother installing it on this one for this series. Guys, finally starting to get tired at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we have fully read Tailoring for Beginners. Okay, unfortunately our foraging and fishing are just on the cusp, so we do have to read the books just to get those first levels, but or first 2, you know what I mean. And then carpentry level 2, let's go for that. Actually, we should do first aid so that we gain the most experience in that as soon as possible. Because first aid is something that just happens naturally, obviously, but it's not easy to level up, especially, you know, playing solo, because if you're not patching other people up, then that means you have to be injured, and you definitely don't want to be injured in this game, so, especially when playing by yourself. Let's check on our meat. How is that doing? Anything fresh still? There is still surprisingly a decent bit of fresh stuff, but a lot of it has gone stale, and then the stale stuff and the stuff that was already stale has gone rotten. But, I said it a long time ago, it is still good to keep uncooked things in your fridge, or start and keep looting it, because you can still cook the uncooked, stale, and rotten things, which can level up your cooking skill, which eventually can make the cooked stuff re-edible again once you get to like towards the max levels of cooking, I believe. I might be wrong, but I know that that skill exists where you can make it edible again. I just don't know at what point it is, if it's sooner or later. I would assume, you know, level 8 and beyond, but maybe it's level 6 and such. I don't know. Getting the drinks is a little more difficult now that the freaking milk is stale. Only got to drink 1 freaking carton of milk, which is really annoying. Milk also probably gives protein. I believe dairy in general is a protein thing. I might be mistaken about that though. I am certainly myself not a nutritionist, so we stayed up all night eating. We're ridiculously tired because we haven't slept, and it's now almost noon of the next day. So yeah, things are getting crazy. Our health, it's warning us about our health, but I don't know why our health would be dropping. I don't believe becoming overweight actually drops your health. But yeah, eventually here we're gonna, our calories are gonna catch up with us, and our weight is going to make us literally overweight, and we're gonna gain the overweight statistic. We haven't gained it yet. I don't remember at what point it happens, but I know at least I'm pretty sure 90 is when you become slightly overweight, and 100 or somewhere around there is when you become, obese. Like I said, I don't remember what type of measurement this actually is. Even though this game is set in the United States, I believe it's developed in Europe or something. Oh, there it is. We're officially overweight at 85 kilos or whatever. We're almost done here with the stuff that we can eat. And we're only a few pages left in this book. This book is done. Then we can go to the carpentry, get that done, and eat our last few potatoes. So the food situation is about to get a little more complicated. I mean, not a whole lot, but it's there. Because it really does get difficult to try and keep your weight up, as we were already lightly seeing before. Your guy usually burns more calories trying to get things done than he actually consumes, especially when you're trying to live off of canned goods, because in real life a lot of canned stuff is highly processed, has a lot of sugars and stuff, but we just don't move the same way that you would if you were doing this. You're living in the zombie apocalypse. We're minorly damaged because we're getting infected again. Gotta take our pill. There's a fucking alarm going off. Oh my god, there's 14 watches. Found it. Turn that off. Okay, cool. Okay, so now it's just foggy out. We do need to take one of these extreme pain pills. Still didn't give us the pain, but oh well. Maybe there's a glitch with it where if you take it out of your bag, or you take the pill while it's in your bag, and maybe it's like, it's messing with the code or something. So now we're extremely bored and severely depressed, so we're in just a horrible position for that, but we can start working on the cars and stuff. So the first thing that we need to do is actually find we need to find cars to work on and practice with. Since it is foggy, let's try and level up our electrical first. And the way we do that is by disassembling these electronics that I've been picking up off of the zombies. So we just disassemble this, and we already have the first skill of electrical, but we might as well just, the fog is still here, so we might as well just dismantle more stuff and try and get the next skill. And but almost all electrical things can get you more skills, even the cameras get you stuff in electrical. I don't believe there's any reason to have more than one flashlight, because I think in that like DIY shop one, you can make suppressors out of them. However, in the base game, there's nothing that can really be done with them on their own. And that also reduced the weight of this a bit when you take it down to its bare components. So we also have more electrical stuff up here, right there, and in here. Dismantle all 30 watches. Look at it go. And then we have a bunch of walkie-talkies here. We're gonna take them all apart. Those serve no purpose in in a solo game at this point. You can, I believe, actually use them in the VoIP, the in-game talking to talk long distances when you're playing multiplayer, but unfortunately it just doesn't serve any purpose on the base game. We're so close to leveling up the last level electrical, but we just don't have enough little components. We could go around and dismantle like these lamps. These lamps are useless now, so I can disassemble this blue lamp and gain experience, but it's a lot slower to go around and look for that stuff because it doesn't gain as much, you know, it's easier to find all these little things than level it up passively like that, or, you know, quote unquote passively. We'll grab the second book in electrical just to have it so that we can read it. Oh my god, I forgot that I actually need to read these magazines, but those are much quicker. We also have how to use generators, which is good, which we also need to bring a generator to the gas station now because the gas station is no longer powered. So we need to power the gas pumps with a gas-powered generator, so then we can have this infinite cycle of getting the gas and putting the gas into the thing, and then we can put it in the... yeah, you know what I mean, hopefully. So, yeah, let's read those. So we'll read how to use generators very quick, and then we'll read all 3 of these so that we can disassemble any car we desire. Okay, now those can go over in the red corner, and we can continue on our journey, where now we can finally actually go and disassemble stuff. So the best place to find cars is in parking lots. I don't remember how many cars are in the school parking lot in this save, but that's where I usually start. So we're going to go down to the school and go and check that out. As you can see, we are actually hungry and thirsty, so we should go and dip into a house and see if we can look and grab some food while hopefully it might be still good. We're still gaining weight because of how much we absolutely loaded up on. This is all rotten, this is stale, so we can still eat it. Margarine we'll take, and this is all uncooked. We'll still take it though, because it's uncooked. What the fuck? Dude. Okay, everything almost just went completely wrong there. Whew. I heard them and I was like, what the fuck is that? I don't really want to loot this place fully yet, but they don't really have a whole lot going on. I don't think we even have our can opener, so we have to kind of go with the can of oats, which will give us a lot more calories, which honestly we don't want right now. Then we can also drink this. Our water bottle has a little bit missing out of it, so we'll fill it up, top it off. Then we'll move over. Our boredom is gone, by the way, but we're still severely depressed because we're dying. Bring the health back up. We might be dropping a bit. Yeah, I can see it going down, but why is that? Oh boy, oh my god. What? Is there an event that happened or something? Why are they moving? I saw a large group move, like 2 separate groups moving that way. That was weird. Keep forgetting that the zombie spawning is a little crazy, so I always have to be looking out for zombies. Which is annoying, but oh well. I mean, because personally, you know, the way the developers want it is that they want there to be a constant looming threat of the zombie apocalypse. But personally, the way that I like to do it, I like to play the game, is I don't want it to be completely easy, but I would like to at least, you know, have an area cleared out, and when I clear the area, know that there's not going to be another horde of zombies there the next day. Which is obviously subjective. If there's zombies that move in from another area, fine. But if they just spawn in out of nowhere, just for the sake of making it dangerous, I think that's kind of fucking stupid, in my opinion. So, if this character does end up dying, I definitely will be making my own game mode for the next life. What the hell is up with that guy's back? Oh, it's because there was something right there. Another thing that I realized was, I have not found a freaking satchel yet. Normally I would have found at least 2 or 3 in this game so far. But because the bags because the game has been so shitty and stingy with bags in general, we haven't even found a satchel, because I have a mod that allows me to use a satchel and a backpack, because normally if you found a satchel, it would have to replace your backpack, and I thought that was stupid. And then the only other bag you could have is one in your offhand like this. Oh my Christ, what the fuck? Is it one in your offhand like this, or you could have a fanny pack, but that's about it. My god, come on. He didn't take a year to fucking pull out his frickin' weapon. Short blade has been upgraded. Leveled up. That's what you like to see. Antidote guide. Give me that. Probably won't help us with finding it or anything, but couldn't hurt to read it, I guess. Once we get ourselves killed reading it, but that's besides the point. I won't be doing it. It won't just read something in a stupid place. Oh boy, okay, we're getting a group of them on us. Now that we have short blade leveled up, this should hopefully be faster at killing with even the screwdriver. It's a little bit faster. And I don't know why there's so many zombies here. Once again, maybe the meta events did move them, but my guess is that I haven't been over here for a while, so they just decided to load up the area a little more. Top it off with some zombozos. Okay, that was just a big frickin' whiff because of how the model and all that's working. This weapon's about to frickin' get disintegrated. Half tempted just to whip out the axe here anyway because this is really getting annoying. Especially that it keeps frickin' missing when they're right in front of me. Pretty close at least, but not close enough. Like that. That one at least was a little more understandable than some of the other stuff. Alright. Fuck all of you. You guys are fucking donezo now. How you feel about your decisions now, fuckfaces? Okay, let's whip out our next meat cleaver. Leather jacket there. Got some boots there. Our guy is highly exerted, which is unfortunate. He's also tired, which honestly is understandable. It's getting pretty late in the day anyway. Took us a while to get down here and deal with all this crap. There was a denim shirt. I gotta go get that. Or see, no, it was damaged anyway, so it wasn't worth it, but oh well. Digital watch. And now, hopefully, it all makes sense on why I keep picking up digital watches more than I have like 100 digital watches rather than the fucking ones that than the 4 I already needed at the baseline. We're highly exerted, but there was a small group of zombies coming at me. And this guy never even moved. Of course, this house is burnt down, so we're just in a really crappy situation as usual. The game really knows how to line up the frickin' shitstorm, you know. Honestly, things are usually a little bit easier than this, but this save file has been kind of cursed and has been really laying it on the difficulty on thick with some of the inconveniences, or a lot of the inconveniences. Let's take a rest, and actually we could probably just go to sleep for now, because it's honestly nighttime. So yeah, let's go to bed. And that will be the end of this episode. In the next episode, we will finally actually get started on getting a car up and running, and then we can really start going on some really good looting runs and such, and actually start living life as I should have a long time ago in Zomboid here, but we still have to fucking deal with our zombification. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed our guy pigging out for a bit. If you did, please leave a like. We're playing Inscription at the same time as this, so if you think that might be interesting, go and check that out. We should be coming near the end of that as well, I believe. So go and check that out. I have finished the series in my backlog of recordings. So anyway, if any of that sounds good to you, please consider subscribing. That's all I have to say for now. So I'm going to say bye-bye.